inside this box, we have the Nyan Gear LED backpack, which I'm sure you've been seeing all across social media on the Nyan ZXXR accounts, and how fascinating these lighting effects are that make riding even more fun than it already is. The bag was created for any occasion, so you can bring this to a party, coffee shop, concert, or wherever you really want, but it was specifically designed for motorcycle riders to increase night visibility and safety, because who wouldn't see you with this going down the road? Of course, the lighting effects are completely customizable, so you can display any text, image, video, or GIF that you want, as long as it fits within the correct dimensions, which is a square 64 by 64 pixels. And by the way, this product is packaged and shipped out by hand from the Nyan Gear team, which means this is absolutely not a cheap dropshipping product. You can actually trust the shipping times provided with the utmost care from them, and if anything ever happens to an order, their support team is on it very quickly. With that being said though, let's go ahead and unbox it. I'm going to show you how it works, how to set it up, and answer a couple common questions regarding the backpack that you may be curious to know. Also, if you do stay until the end of the video, I'm going to throw in a slight discount for you guys. As you can see here, the backpack has custom packaging with the red and black brand colors. When you open up the lid of the box, there is a fabric bag covering the backpack for an extra layer of protection. And if you actually order the portable charger along with your backpack, it will sit right in here in this slot of the box. Otherwise, this space will be empty. But let's go ahead and get this thing set up, because I want to show you guys how quick and easy it is to start seeing some lighting features. The backpack uses an external power bank for continuous use, and I would recommend just ordering yours from the Nyan Gear website along with your backpack for $19.99 for the best results. But don't be afraid to use one that you may already have, as most power banks work perfectly fine. In order to turn on and connect the bag, go ahead and plug in the power bank. And once the power bank is connected, all you need to do is download the Nyan Gear app. And then once you've downloaded it, tap the button on the home screen that says device not connected. It's going to ask to allow the pairing from your phone or whatever device you're using to the backpack, and it's really as easy as that. I love how all of the connection is handled inside the app, so you don't need to go into your Bluetooth settings separately. Now, if you don't seem to find the device pop up into the Bluetooth section here, all you need to do is tap the refresh button in the top right, and then tap it one more time to search for your device, and it'll pop up right here. Now that we are connected to the backpack, this is where the fun begins. You can select tons of different lighting effects already installed in the app. If you select GIFs in the top right, you can choose from hundreds of different options, from the newest GIFs, Nyan Gear GIFs, recommended GIFs, and the most popular ones. Now, in order to actually use a GIF that you like, select it, or you can select multiple of them by tapping each one, and then tap Send to Backpack at the bottom of the screen there. And once you tap that, you can see that they are uploading, and once they are finished uploading, you can go ahead and play them right away by selecting each one. And if you want to go back to the home screen, you can press this arrow on the top left, and you can see all of the GIFs that you just downloaded. Of course, you can create your very own GIF or download one that you like from the internet and then upload it using this button right here. The video playtime will keep your GIF visible for however long you set it to during the loop mode, and the loop mode automatically switches your selected GIFs. Then select the amount of loops that you want the GIF to be shown during the loop mode, and then we can add our GIF by pressing the upload button, tap image/GIF, and then select the GIF from your camera roll. And once it's downloaded, it will start to play just like the other GIFs we downloaded, and we can view it on the home screen along with the others. In the top left of the app home screen, we have the ability to turn the lighting effects on or off by pressing this power button. You can switch between different GIFs that you've added by tapping the arrows on either side. And if we tap this little button in the middle, it's going to activate the loop mode. Now when loop mode is on, it's automatically going to change your GIFs for you that are downloaded, and if you keep the loop mode off, then that single GIF that's selected will stay there on the backpack. Now, believe it or not, there are even more lighting effects, and this is where you can get really creative. If you tap on the custom text button, you can create your very own phrase or word by entering in the characters. You can change the text type, the font size to make it smaller or larger, the color, so if you want it blue, pink, or yellow, you can do that. You can change the horizontal or vertical positioning of the text. And then you can even rotate the text, you can play the different type. And you can even change how you want the text to appear with different animations. And the animations will cause the text to appear on the screen in different ways, so you can make it swipe up on the backpack or to the side, or you can just leave it off, which is what I usually do. I think the custom text feature is a blast to use, but the drawing feature is just as fun, and if you select the drawing button from the home screen, you can draw your own design, which I love to mess around with. You can change the colors of the design, you can reset the drawing by pressing the clean button, and you can of course erase part of your drawing by tapping the erase button. You can save your drawing by tapping preserve, or go ahead and send your drawing to your list of GIFs by tapping the send button in the bottom right. Now, two very important sections in the app here are the My Backpack section, which takes up the largest area in the home screen for a good reason, and the brightness level. You can use the My Backpack section to find all of the GIFs that you have ever uploaded, and this allows you to find your favorite GIFs much quicker than having to go back through the GIF gallery we were looking at earlier to find that GIF that you want. Now, the brightness level is pretty explanatory, but I am glad this feature is here because it's important to have the option to change how bright the LEDs are based on what you think looks best. I personally like to have the brightness level pretty high just about all of the time because you can make out the GIFs much better. But if you do want to save some battery life, you can always turn them down a bit. Now, the last button in the app here is the settings section that allows you to download new app updates. You can rotate the screen interface, you can find additional information, and access the privacy agreement. Now, if you want to get rid of the list of GIFs on the app home screen in the My Backpack section, you can tap Clear Screen, and it's going to remove all of your saved GIFs. I actually find myself using this quite a bit, but the other options in the settings section won't be used very often. Now, there has been quite a few of the same questions that we've had pop up in the past, so I want to answer these for you guys here to make sure you're not left with anything unanswered. The first question is, why won't my backpack turn on? Of course, you're going to want to make sure that the backpack is plugged into the power bank. You'd be surprised how many people forget that. And then if it's still not turning on, then you're going to want to repeat the connection steps. And if that doesn't work, go ahead and test out the backpack by plugging it into a wall outlet. And if it still doesn't work, then go ahead and send an email to info@nyangear.com and they'll get back to you pretty quickly. Now, the second question is, what are the backpack's dimensions and storage capacity? This backpack is designed for everyday use, so Nyan Gear wanted to make sure it wasn't overly large to where it would cause any back pain or cause any type of drag at higher speeds while on the bike. But as you can see here, I can easily fit the necessary essentials like my hoodie, my laptop, water bottle, and wallet. And I do have the 16-inch MacBook Pro, so if this fits in here, then your laptop is going to fit in here as well. Now, how long does the power bank last? Depending on the brightness level and GIF, you can expect it to last about 25 to 30 hours on a full charge. And for those of you guys wondering about the specs of the screen and why your GIF may not be using all of the pixels, you will get the very best results with square images or GIFs because the display is 64 by 64 pixels, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video. And this question is a common one. Does the backpack include a power bank? The Nyan Gear power bank is sold separately for $19.99. And for those of you asking why your backpack may have a line at the bottom, every once in a while during shipping, the plastic panel can shift in the bag that causes this line to appear. And all you need to do is undo the Velcro, adjust the screen in front, and that line will disappear when you adjust it. And the last question here is, do you ship internationally? Yes, international shipping is available with fees that are shown at checkout depending on where you live. Now, for those of you guys who are still here, I want to thank you for watching the whole video by giving you a discount code that you can use during checkout to receive 10% off your order. The discount code is the word YouTube in all caps, so feel free to use that during checkout for 10% off. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to comment down below if you're watching here on YouTube, or if you're watching this video on the Nyan Gear website, send over an email at info@nyangear.com. And with all of that being said, I wish you all safe riding.